All right, y'all, it is time for the Phasmophobia Weekly Challenge. This week's is called Technophilia. It says, we've thrown out all those prehistoric items. This contract is all about technology. So basically, I know this one is all Tier 3 electronics. We might have a few other things, but for the most part, a lot of our items that we would consider protective items are not going to be available. Also, we are in the middle of the Cursed Hollow Easter event at the moment. And Bleasedale is one of the event maps for the day, so I do get to do it in, I do get to do the weekly in spooky Easter mode. But we're looking for Jennifer Wilson. Oh, I might want to do these because of the Easter event. Normally I don't mess with these. But it does say repel, EMF, and motion sensor. That's all pretty easy, so I think I will do that. But what do we have here? Okay, we got all of our Tier 3 electronics. The book is missing, obviously, because that's not technology. I mean, it was technology once upon a time. But not now. We don't have any lighters, we don't have any candles, and we don't have any incense. We're also missing our crucifixes. So I'm glad that we do get sanity meds, because otherwise we are pretty defenseless for this one. Does it tell me where the power is? It is up in the attic hallway. Okay, so I think I'm going to grab a flashlight, an EMF meter, and a thermometer for this one. Yeah, no incense. Oh, well. Oh, wait, so I can't actually repel the ghost while it's chasing someone. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. But first things first, I'm going to go get the power on. Yeah, I'll do what I can. I'll do what I can to get some event points. I may not search for every nest, though, because this is a pretty big map. Alright, get our power on. And since I'm up here, I'm going to start looking in the attic. Okay, any ghosts up here? So far, the temperatures are pretty normal. With the storm going on outside for the Easter event, that means the ambient temperature until you turn the power on is going to be about 10 degrees. Okay, we got the tarot cards for this one. I wonder if there's a specific cursed item that we're getting for this. Because I did actually do a round of this last night. And unfortunately, the weekly tasks and stuff have been a bit messed up. So whenever like the daily rollover happens, a lot of times it's the weekly challenge has been getting mistakenly replaced with Speed Demon. So I got one successful round in, and then it just changed to a completely different challenge. And I thought, oh well, I'll do it tomorrow. Champ, welcome in. How you doing? Hey, thank you. Okay. Not noticing any cold temperatures in here. Yeah, basically we're walking around right now. We are listening for the ghost. We're looking for anything out of place. We're looking for cold temperatures. Anything that we can do to identify where the ghost is. This map is relatively new, Sushi. It came out at the beginning of March, and it's currently decked out with Easter events. Hey, thank you for the Madrina's purchase. Is that Reggie? Hey, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. But yeah, if anybody doesn't know, I am partnered with Madrina's. You can use my code DontFightDucks over on their website to save 20% off your drink order. If you're watching this on Twitch or on YouTube, you can find a link down below in the information panels. Or if you're watching it on Twitch, you can do !Madrina's. What is that? I don't know. Tips on how to quickly identify ghosts. How much evidence are you playing with? Because I will say, if you do want to get to the point where you are identifying the ghosts with less than 3 evidence, that does take a lot of practice and learning and stuff like that. Okay, so far I haven't seen... Oh, it's a little colder out here, but that could be because it's outside. But yeah, basically it has a super condensed list of every special trait of every ghost in the game. Oh. Hello. Hey. How you doing? So the fact that she's eventing on me right here means that she is within 15 meters of me somewhere. Because a ghost has to be within 15 meters of you before... Oh, it's in the kitchen. Ghost has to be within 15 meters of you before it can teleport to you to do a ghost event. So let me get all these lights on over here. Then I'm going to get back to the truck. I'm going to check my sanity, get it up if I need to. And, yeah, then we're going to find our ghost. Basically, the only problem this week is if we get a ghost with writing. If it's any of these ghosts, we're basically going to have to play with 2 evidence. But if it doesn't have writing, you get to play with 3 evidence. So it's kind of one of those, like, variable evidence challenges. So I'm going to bring in, let's do the ultraviolet. We got our EMF meter in there already. Let's do ultraviolet and dots. Oh wait, we don't have salt, do we? Yeah, we don't have salt either, so we're going to have to wait for it to touch something before we look for ultraviolet. Ghost guessing was on? I don't think it... Oh yeah. We did run a thing of ghost guessing right before I got in here. See, people identify ghosts based on hints, and I have no idea how they do it. Do you basically just study each ghost trait? Yeah, like every ghost has a couple of different ways to tell what it is. Oh, turn the power off. Okay, for example, this ghost just turned the power off. Let me double check. Oh, wait a minute. No, this ghost didn't turn the power off. The breaker is blown. And I can tell because all my light switches are down. When the breaker gets blown, every light in the house turns off in the process. But if the ghost had actually turned the breaker off, I would have been able to say, this isn't a djinn. Because the djinn will never turn the power off at the breaker. Okay, we've got an EMF 3 on a throw right here. Actually, this ghost is throwing quite a bit. Got a EMF 2. Did you touch a cabinet? Don't know if I touched a cabinet or not. Let's see. Is Apocalypse too hard? Not too hard. Not as hard as Apocalypse 3. But yeah, it could still be a djinn because the breaker was blown, not turned off. And I'll tell you what it was. It was probably the auto light when I walked outside that blew it. Yeah, a djinn can set off EMF 2 or 5 at the fuse box when it drains somebody's sanity using its ability. The problem is you gotta be close enough to the fuse box to catch it. See, is professional difficult? Not really, not really. You may have a little bit trouble maintaining your sanity because sanity does drain a lot faster. But if you're pretty comfortable. Oh, we gotta ghost hunting. Okay, I am going to hide back here. Sounds like there's a bunny back here with me. But yeah, I probably spent way too much time in the dark. I would be very interested to see what my sanity is when I get out there, though. Anomalous, how you doing? Reaper King, what's up? If you could add one thing to the game, what would you add? The ability to hold the tier 2 thermometer right up to your face. So you can actually easily read the, whatever the thermometer says. Okay, the ghost is still hunting. I'm flipping my light switch here. As soon as this light switch flips, I will know that the ghost is done hunting. Because you can't flip switches at all while the ghost is hunting. Oh, there we go. Switch is flipping. Let me get out of here. Check our sanity, get our sanity back up. Yeah, I was literally just about to walk out the door. Time for another free 5K. Yeah, if anybody actually did the weekly before it got glitched and reset, you could just keep racking up $5,000. Now that's interesting. That's very interesting. It hunted above 70%. I think this might be a demon. Because when it was hunting, it sounded like it was going normal speed. Because there's only a couple of ghosts that can hunt above 70%. One is the demon using its special ability to hunt whenever it wants to. Another is an Onryo if you let it blow out 3 candle flames. Well, I don't even have any candles to test for an Onryo right now, so I don't think it's an Onryo. Another would be the yokai. If you're talking around a yokai, it raises its hunt threshold up to 80. And then the other is the... Did I say 3? I meant 4. The other is the Thea, which an unaged Thea will start hunting at 75%. As it gets older, the hunt threshold gets lower and lower and lower. But if an unaged Thea does hunt at 75%, it's going to be really fast. And that ghost sounded normal speed to me. So I think we're dealing with the demon. Unfortunately, I don't have any crucifixes. But that does mean if it is a demon, we are looking for freezing temperatures and ultraviolet. We're not going to get the ghost riding. But I will bring in a spirit box and a video camera with me. Just to maybe see if it's not a mimic. Stargazy, thank you for the brand... Oh, no, that's not brand new. That's a 4-month resub. Yeah, it can't be a yokai because I don't have push to talk. Can't be a yokai. Alright, but either way, I don't think I need these dots projectors. Ah, that was me. I did that. Scared myself. Okay, checking our temps. We don't have freezing yet. Mysterious. Checking around here, see if it touched anything that might leave fingerprints. Light switches would be great. Who did that? Aqua, thank you so much for the 2-month resub. Turn this off. We're looking for ghost orbs. Hopefully not a mimic. And then again, if it is a mimic, that's actually better for me, because then that means that it won't be able to hunt early all the time like a demon would. Okay, one more thing. Spirit box, are you here? Are you near? Are you far? Are you young? Are you old? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Do you like me? Where are you? Are you here? Okay, I do not think this is a mimic. But then that raises the question, if it's a demon, why aren't you giving me freezing? Granted, it could be wandering out of the room a lot. I could go get a couple of motion sensors to help me out there. Let's see. Always slightly hope for a mimic. I like mimics. I like mimics pretty well. They don't show up too often for me. Been trying to watch vids 24/7 to figure out ghosts based on hunts, but I haven't had any luck. Do you have suggestions? This website right here can help, and also, you know, I do have a bunch of videos over on my Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts that, basically a lot of those are about how to identify ghosts without evidence. Okay, so let me grab 2 motion sensors. What else do we need? Yeah, that's it. And I think we got all of our equipment in there, so yeah, we're just waiting for evidence now. Got a mimic on this challenge because Onryo doesn't drop their temp to -12. So any ghost that has freezing can drop the temps to the same amount. Like, there's no ghost that can drop temps lower. Like, if it has freezing, they can all drop it to the same cold temperature. I don't remember what the maximum is. I want to say it's like negative... I don't know. I don't remember. Okay. Now, it would be neat to see if it could touch any of these cabinets, but I'm not sure if it can or not. Yeah, aside from hunting me early, this... Oh, there we go! We finally got our freezing. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I'm really leaning towards Demon on this one, especially because every other ghost that I talked about, except for Onryo, it can't be a Thea with freezing. Yeah, okay. This has to be a Demon. Unless it is a Mimic. Unless it is a Mimic, but I am pretty darn sure it's not. I haven't seen orbs. I didn't get Spirit Box. I'm pretty sure this is a demon. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's see. Wait, is there UV on the left cabinet? Left cabinet? Oh my god, there is! It can leave UV on the cabinets. That's so cool. Okay, yeah, that pretty much confirms it's a demon. Unless it is a mimic. No, it's a demon. I'm not giving in to mimic paranoia. Unless... no. Yeah, that is really cool. I suspected that it could leave fingerprints on the cabinets in there, but I've never actually seen it happen yet. Let's see. Is that... I don't know how to parse your name. But hey, welcome in. How you doing? Okay, we got our demon marked. We are going back. Fingers crossed. No mimics. No mimics. But alright, there is round 1 in the bag. We got a demon. And also, 17 event points. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad for not having bothered any bunnies. Alright, time for round 2 of Technophilia. Rolling back into Bleasedale. Apply, ready up, go. Alright, we're looking for Dave Brooks. We need motion sensor, incense, and EMF. Okay, once again, I can do 2 of these for the event. The power is in the little storage room there. So I'm going to grab all this, grab my thermometer, and get on in there. Never do this map. It feels big. Yeah, it's a medium map. It is bigger than a small map. And it can feel daunting at times. Did I? Hang on. I thought I heard something. That must have just been the door sound. I thought I heard something else get touched over here. But I do see that we have the the hiding under the stairs open. That's good. I like that hiding spot. But I feel like this one might be one of the most useful in the game, though. Oblivion is 112 gigabytes? That's absurd. That is absolutely absurd. What was the ghost? It was a demon. And it actually hunted me early. The stinker. Actually, no, I should be grateful for that, though, because that allowed me to figure out what it was pretty quickly. Just showed up. How's it going? It's going pretty good, Crisis. Okay. I don't see any particularly cold temps out here. I haven't checked the side path, though, so let me go do that real quick. Yeah, it does seem like sanity drain's pretty slow on this one. Because for as much time as I spent running around in the dark last time, I only dropped to about 75% sanity. Smokey says, I mostly play the small maps, but when I get bored of the small maps, I go to high school? High school? Not Sunny Meadows? Man, like, oh man, I just can't get behind high school. Like, I love Sunny Meadows. Sunny Meadows is a really well, really tightly designed map. You know, no wasted space like high school, but... You know, it's really easy to navigate. I don't feel like I'm wasting my time looking for the ghosts like I am on high school. Because it's really easy to at least figure out, like, which wing the ghost is in. You know, just by, like, running in and checking the temperature of the hallways. I am really curious to see if we're going to get the tarot deck again. Trophy room would be nice. I never had a ghost in the trophy room. See if I got this hiding over here. I do not. Okay. Checking for the monkey paw. No monkey paw. Oh, it is forced tarot cards. Okay, that explains it. Alright, I haven't seen any cold... Is that a... Whoop. Yep, that's a spray bottle on the floor. Okay, we got a upstairs bathroom ghost. This is the first time I've had a ghost in this room. That's fun. See if we got anything in the bathtub. Doesn't look like it. Okay. I'm going to try to find this light switch in the dark here. Is this it? That's it right there. Let's see. No mind, welcome in. How you doing? Got 2 golden bunnies and 2 matches back to back. Yo, that happened to me yesterday too. First time I had ever seen them while doing this event, and then I got 2 bunnies and 2 matches back to back. Can Nurse do a singing event? What do you mean by Nurse? Have they ever had toaster strudel? Yeah, I ate that all the time when I was a kid. I would sometimes alternate between toaster strudel and Pop-Tarts. But I was really torn as a kid when I was eating toaster strudel, because, you know, it came with the little icing packets. I was like, do I want to put 1 icing packet on each toaster strudel? Or do I want to eat 1 toaster strudel without icing and then put all the icing on the other toaster strudel? Or alternatively, do I not want to put any icing at all on my toaster strudel and then just eat it out of the package? Big decisions for an 8-year-old. Yep, this is the weekly challenge. This is Technophilia. It is the new weekly challenge, though occasionally it breaks and gets replaced by Speed Demon. And then they put Technophilia back like an hour later. Okay, let's see if I can angle this on the bathtub. I don't think I want to put it behind the bathtub, because I don't think it's going to go through that shower curtain there. Those really were the problems back in the day, they were. Okay. Is this thing working? Yeah, it is. I don't see the beam. I guess it's too bright in here. Okay. Yeah, so far, aside from cold temperatures and a spray bottle on the floor, I have not heard a single bit of ghost activity in here, which does make me wonder if we might be dealing with the shade. Undiagnosed, but we're pretty sure, Miradel. Anyway. Let's see. Ramek, welcome in. How you doing? See my TikToks all the time. First time joining the stream. Welcome in, though. Okay, anyway, what are we doing here? Motion sensor. Okay. But first, I gotta get a spirit box and a video camera up there. If it is a shade, though, we are going to be looking for EMF 5. Normally, I use candles to farm EMF 5 off of shades, but, well, they have not given that to me. Do they still make toaster strudels? God, now I want toaster strudels. I'm probably gonna find now that they have, like, really, what do they call it? Shrinkflation? They've, like, been hit by shrinkflation 5 different times over the last several decades. Any suggestions for playing on Prison? Don't. No, honestly, suggestions for playing on Prison. Prison's not too bad as long as the ghost isn't in the cell block. Oh my god, toaster strudel sandwich? That's amazing. God, I want toaster strudels now. I will say Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts have... Oh, hey, we have an orb. We have an orb and EMF 5? We got a Raiju or Nobake. Uh-oh. Whoa. Hey, K-Dubs, thank you so much for the brand new Prime sub. But yeah, Prison's not... Oh, it's a Raiju. Okay, well, that's easy. Let's get out of here. Except, I do need to get a motion sensor in there for a couple of extra event points. Toaster strudels are now the size of a postage stamp. You know what, Red? I would believe that. Because if anybody's bought Pop-Tarts lately, they barely put any icing on those anymore. It's so depressing. Like, they still show on the box that they're fully iced, like edge to edge, but then you get it, and there's at least like a half an inch of dry Pop-Tart around the icing. Toaster strudel sandwich sounds like a cavity waiting to happen. Look, just brush your teeth after. You'll be fine. Yeah, the nemesis. The Raiju is the ghost that's killed me the most. Let's see. Plushy Dummy, welcome in. How you doing? Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Also... Kit, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Look, I'm gonna be fine. I'm at like 90% sanity. You know, Raiju can't start haunting. The earliest I can start haunting is 65%. And that's if there's any active electronics in the room. Like this. Like this whole room full of active electronics. Alright, as tempted as I am to look for bunnies, all I have is a tier 3 dots projector. Here, if I see any or hear any bunnies on the way down, I will activate them. Any bunnies in here? I hear a nest. Wiley, thank you for the 100 bits. Ooh, 100 bits? I'll pull one tarot card for that. Kit, thank you for the 100 bits. All right, get that bunny. Get that bunny. There's a bunny in there, right? I hear something in here. Hang on, let me turn the light on. Oh, the power's not up here. 3 tarot cards? Okay, that's the going rate, I guess. 100 bits for a tarot card. All right, I'm gonna do that instead of this because this seems fruitless. Woo! Oh, hey, look, Lilith. Almost didn't see her there. She was in all the hay and rabbit poop. Brown sugar cinnamon one is the best. Are we talking about Pop-Tarts? Those were the ones that I ate the most as a kid, though I also really like the cherry. Delta, thank you for the 100 bits. All right, let's see. What do we got? We got 1 tarot card. We got the tower. Blitches, thank you for the 100 bits. Oh my god. Okay, I think I gotta pull them all at this point. Thank you so much. Blintish, thank you for the 100. Shakespeare, thank you for the 300. All right, we got the sun, which gets our sanity all the way up to 100. Ain't no Raiju's killing me with that. What are the chances of guessing correctly 2 times in a row? Guess demon previous match in this match. It guessed Raiju pretty low. Pretty low. We got the tower again. Is this Oops All Towers? What is this? We got the hermit, which traps it in its room. What's the safest way to use a music box during sanity? Get as far away from the ghost room as you can, and then just sit it on the floor and just stand right next to it. That's the best way to drain your sanity. Oh, we got a full moon card. We got Wheel of Fortune green, which raises my sanity. Man, this deck is this is a friendly tarot deck. And Wheel of Fortune. Okay, red, whatever. Shamrock, thank you for the 100 bits. Yeah, basically enjoy the song. Don't bring it anywhere close to the ghost, because if you do bring it close to the ghost, it may event and, you know, do the event and end the song early. Alright, that was pretty fun. Come back to find that store-brand Pop-Tarts are now better than regular Pop-Tarts. Do they have more icing, Jolt? Does anybody remember Pop-Tart Minis? They're like tiny Pop-Tarts. All right. Ooh, $550 cash. And once again, 17 event points. That's better than nothing. That's better than nothing. All right. Yeah, that was the luckiest deck. I mean, if I was trying to do like any objective-based stuff, that deck would make me so mad. But because it was like, haha, I'm just pulling these for fun, nothing bad happened. But Coast, how you doing? AV, thank you so much, and thank you for the 5-stream streak. Are you into tarot cards IRL? I do own a deck, yes, I do own a deck. I've used it a couple of times, but I don't use it regularly. All right, round 3 of Technophilia. Clicking our Bleasedale map. Oop, no, it was already clicked, never mind. Oh boy. How many upgrades are there in the event? There's 1 upgrade for the badge, and there are 3 additional upgrades for the trophy. So there's the base badge, and then 1 upgrade, and then the base trophy, and then 3 more upgrades. Alright, we're looking for Jazz Phillips. We need to cleanse near the ghost with incense, witness a ghost event, and get a firelight. Dang, if the ghost event's for me, we're good, but otherwise we can't do any of these. So I'm going to do my flashlight, my EMF, and my thermometer. I'm going to check where the power is. Looks like it's in the attic this time. Yep. So I hope I get an upstairs ghost. Let's see, how's the ghost hunting? Pretty good. Pretty good. Ghosts have been pretty nice to me today. Which is great, because over the past few weeks, I feel like they've been real awful buttholes. Brother's coming to fix your Xbox. You can play again soon? Awesome. I hope it all goes well, Notorious. Okay, so we're getting our power on and then looking for a ghost. Okay. That on. I'll go ahead and check in the attic first. See, sucks that the objectives don't match with the challenge sometimes, yeah. They do have a way to limit the objectives. Like, if you haven't unlocked a piece of equipment yet, such as, like, the crucifix or the incense, the game will not give you an objective for that equipment. But as soon as you unlock the equipment with your level, then it starts giving you objectives for it. I wish the objective board was smart enough to realize that you didn't have that item in the truck and then not generate an objective for it. That being said, on the development Trello board, there is a thing that says that they are working on an objective overhaul. It's unfortunately in the pretty early stages right now, probably nowhere close to being done. I don't even know if they started working on it. But I do hope that whenever they do the objective overhaul, they take that sort of thing into account. Also, Salty, how you doing? Kayla, what's up? Got Revenants on Sunday. When you were playing, it was brutal. Normally I say Revenants aren't too bad. As long as you don't let them haunt. And as long as you don't let them see you. You're fine. See, Miss Marie, welcome in. How you doing? Hey, thanks so much for being here. Glad you like the videos. Okay, I keep seeing all these sticks laying everywhere that I think are bones, but they are not. They are not bones. Dragon says, I'd like this Easter event, but I must admit that sometimes the rabbits scare you. I got jump scared by one real bad yesterday because I didn't even realize I was shining a dots projector on it. I was just walking through the kitchen with the dots projector, and then I just hear a rabbit screeching at me. The Whimsy Bell says, I haven't had a rev in months. In the last week, I've had them over 10 times. The RNG in this game is wacky sometimes. Like, I will go 3 weeks without a blood moon and then get 3 in one day. Bunny on the toilet is pooping. First time a rabbit ran at you. You think you jumped like 3 feet? I was expecting it because this event is a sequel to the event we had. Oh, hey, we got another bathroom ghost. It's a theme today. This event is a sequel to last year's Easter event. And in last year's Easter event, there was only one rabbit per map. But we had to use an ultraviolet to like track its footprints around the map, and then that would lead us to the correct nest to shine the ultraviolet on. Okay, I'm going to grab a spirit box, a dots projector, and an ultraviolet. When a ghost spirit moves the bathroom, I feel like I interrupted their private time, especially when they keep turning the shower on, and I just keep turning it off. Like, if I was taking a shower and somebody kept reaching in and turning the water off, I think that'd make me pretty mad. Oh, that's horrible. Why would they do that? That's so monstrous. Wow. Okay. Anyway, oh, it just touched a cabinet door. Which cabinet door, though? This one? Just touched this cabinet door, and it didn't leave any ultraviolet behind for us, so, as soon as we can rule out Obake, we can say that we're not getting ultraviolet. But since Obake does have a not 100% chance to leave behind ultraviolet, I don't like to mark off ultraviolet until I can... Oh, that was scary. Hey, turn the light off for me, thank you. Are you here? This is orange light. Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Are you far? Are you young? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Where are you? Okay, I haven't seen ultraviolet. I haven't seen spirit box. I haven't seen freezing. I haven't seen dots yet. Oh, there we go. We got EMF 5. If it's another spirit, you know, you're not going to see this if you're just watching the YouTube video, but we've had, I think, 3 spirits today. Alright, so I just stepped away for a break. We're 75% sanity, and we have 1 piece of evidence. Oh yeah, I still need the video camera in there. Yeah, and unfortunately that's about all I can do. All I can do is take in a video camera and hope for the best. Is Goryo an option? Goryo is in fact an option. I heard it throw something. Like I literally... Oh, airball. Okay, well, not an Oni at least. Onis will not do the airball ghost event. Interesting that it seems to have... Wait, is that out here? Interesting that the epicenter of the event is in here, but the light out there turned off. Mysterious. Okay, I know we already looked for ultraviolet, but Obake is still on the list, so I don't want to immediately mark ultraviolet off until I hear it touch something else that I can check and verify. Let me go ahead and close that. Do we have freezing? No. Do we have orbs? I might have to turn off the dots projector for this one, just to even see anything in here. It doesn't look like we have... Oh, we do have orbs! We do have orbs. Okay, so it's either a Raiju or an Obake. So we're looking for ultraviolet or dots again. It would be weird if we had a Raiju, because that's what we had last time. Don't overheat, ducks. I'm working on it. I'm trying my best. Alright, I might want to go get another dots projector. Oh, we don't have incense. I kept thinking, like, well, what could I do to make this ghost more active? I could pull a tower out of the tarot deck. That would help. But I could just as easily pull something that'll kill me. The 2 stinkers, yeah. It's like, oh, you have Raiju and Obake and you haven't seen dots yet, but the ghost did something once and didn't leave ultraviolet? Ha! Good luck. You're still no further than you were earlier. Okay, yeah, that's all I can do. All I can do is get another dots projector. Let's see. Hexus Overlord, welcome in. I think you misread my username. We are in the weekly challenge right now, Kimichi, which is 3 evidence. I have been doing the Easter event in 3 evidence, though, just to blaze through it. But I think after this, I'm probably going to do a couple more Easter rounds, then we'll do a regular Nightmare solo. At least it's not a Goryo. At least it's not a Goryo. We got that going for us. Alright, buddy. Did you touch anything while I was gone? Please tell me you touched something. Please tell me you did anything. No? Okay. Well, I know one way to figure this out. Oh, okay. Or you could do dots for me. Weird, we got 2 Raiju in a row. I feel like that happens a lot with the weekly challenges. Gothic, how you doing? You know, sometimes it just gives you the same ghost a couple of times in a row. What do you think of the Easter egg thing? What do you mean by Easter egg thing? I know of the Point Hope Easter egg. I know of the Easter event. I think you might have to be a little more specific on that one. Yeah, it's all RNG. Cow chips! Thank you for the 1,000 bits. Ooh, yeah, I guess that, yeah, I guess I'll do a full deck for that, yeah. Oh, let me go back and, let me get a flashlight first so I can find my way up to the attic. Because I don't have any lights on up there. Okay, flashlight. Yeah, sanity's good. Sanity's fine. Sometimes you get one ghost a lot, yeah. I have heard before, like, if it does seem like the RNG's a little broken and you just keep getting kind of the same thing over and over, I've heard that that means it's actually working correctly. Could you play the Apocalypse Trophy Challenge at some point? I probably need to. A lot of people asked me for a guide on that, and I haven't done Apocalypse in literal years. But I do remember a lot of the strategies that I used when I did it, and I have done, there's another... Is that Lilith? Hello. Bye. There's another weekly challenge called the Apocalypse Draws Near, which I call Apocalypse Gold Junior. It's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite weekly challenges. That's basically Apocalypse Gold on Sunny Meadows Restricted, but you get regular walk speed and you can sprint. It's a lot of fun. Let's see, Red Death, how you doing? I'm doing good. Okay, we got the Sun card up in our sanity. We have the Hermit, which traps the ghost in its room for a minute. But yeah, I think whenever I get all my tier 3 items, I will do some kind of Apocalypse Gold guide or something like that. I don't know if I'll do it on stream, because I do find Apocalypse Gold thoroughly boring, and it's mostly because of that super slow walk speed. You know, it takes you forever to get anywhere. Tower increases ghost activity. The Moon would drop my sanity to 0, but it was a full card. We got Death! The ghost is hunting. Can I hide in here? No. Here, we're going really fast. And then she just slowed down. Oh! Oh, she's coming. That's because the Raiju... Is she coming this way? That's because the Raiju goes really fast around active electronics. But as soon as it gets further than, I think, 6 meters from them, they lose that speed boost. Or actually, I think 6 meters is only for a small map. For medium and large maps, I think they can use that speed boost even further. Oh, cool, I can't hide in there. But I mean, like, what are the odds? What are the odds that she comes up here? I'm going to hide back here and hope for the best. Let's see. Do I have any Pokemon games? I'm old enough to have played the original generation of Pokemon games. So I have some laying around, but I haven't actively played any Pokemon games since Sword and Shield. Have a rat named Lilith in your room? Aw! That's so cute! She knows her name. Alright. Okay. So we're still pulling tarot cards. We have the Wheel of Fortune green, which raises my sanity. We have... Is that... No! I thought I got a real High Priestess card. And Wheel of Fortune red, which drops my sanity by 25%. Okay, Ghost is not hunting because I can flip the light switch. Alright, we got our Raiju locked in. I have done as much as I can with the objectives for the Easter event. If I had the tier 1 dots pin, I probably would have gone around looking for bunnies, but whatever. Alright, there we go. Got our $5,000 bonus. Sometimes I like to sit here and just let everything roll in. Other times I'm impatient and I just click the button. But currently we're level 55. I'm curious to see how much that's going to level us up there. But yeah, Technophilia, not that hard of a weekly challenge. The only time you're going to run into trouble is if you have a ghost with writing, or you have a ghost that just manages to hunt early. You know, you might have some trouble there. But otherwise, I think this is a great one for beginners, especially, too, if you want an early chance to play around with some Tier 3 equipment. Because using the Tier 3 equipment is really nice, even though they didn't give us crucifixes or incense or anything like that. Yeah, pretty good challenge. Pretty easy. Thumbs up.